Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. I'm so sorry to have to report this. This is the season finale for My American Horror Story Freak Show. I'm so mad that this is over, and then I was really disappointed with this episode, how it turned out. Pissed me right off, but whatever, let's go on into it. So when we come back in, they're hanging up a sign. Dandy has bought everybody's contracts and has the whole camp. Elsa's ass is gone. She's in Hollywood. Dandy basically done insulted everybody, telling them they don't know what they're doing, that they're old, and they're tired, and they're boring, and this is why the people are not coming out. The sign's only been up there for a half hour, and he didn't know why we wasn't sold out already. He's just crazy. You know, he's just crazy. So he insulted them all. They got tired of it. The strong woman punched the fucking shit out of him and knocked his ass down. And then Paul proceeded to talk shit to him and tell him, no, motherfucker, you're the one that's boring. Nobody cares about seeing no man traipsing back and forth around the stage, singing show tunes and carrying on, girl. And you want to be like us, but you'll never be one of us. And you're worse. You're boring. And then he spit in his face. I said, oh, my. My. Then he told him, we quit. All of us quit. Now, I'm all for getting smart. But that spit in the face, oh, nasty. Obviously, Dandy didn't care for spit in the face either, baby, because he went and put his makeup on and said showtime. And then that motherfucker walked through the camp and killed everybody. He literally shot everybody at point blank range. The only person that got away was Desiree. He got a good fight when he got to the strong lady. She beat his motherfucking ass. But all in all, he ended up putting a bullet through her motherfucking head too. He split all of their guts with a hot one, honey. And I was just sitting there and I was so not there for it. I was getting so bad. You all know I hate Dandy. He killed everybody except for the twins and Desiree. Jimmy wasn't there. Jimmy was getting his hands done. So that was that. Next we see Elsa. She's in Hollywood. She done went on down to WBN network and trying to force herself in to see the president. And the woman was telling her, girl, had her sitting out there. She kept sitting day and day. Kept coming back, kept coming back, kept coming back. So this day, she just sat there the whole day. Woman was getting up, getting off work. She gonna say, no, I didn't see the president. So what happened? I didn't see him leave. She said, you're crazy. And he left out of the back door. You know, this, that, thing, the other. So she got mad and she said, I can't believe you had me sit here all day like a fool. This, that, thing, and the other. And she went on and on. And the woman told her, she said, baby, you need to change up your act, honey. Marlena did it better. Baby, she turned around and gave her clack. Smacked the shit out of her real quick. And the security attacked her. Then this fella came out and he told him, let her go. He made her acquaintance here. We found out later on. He is the vice president of casting. She ended up marrying him a couple of years later. And Elsa's life was going well. She had everything that she wanted. Big house and all that. Him and her, she pulled her dominatrix shit on him. Because that was the whole thing that drew them two together. She was, he heard her little accent and everything. And he was literally from the same place. So, a mess. But he would have freaky, freaky ways. And, you know, he was rich and he had a lot of freaky ways. And she was whooping his ass with whips and carried on. You know, she went back into what she does. Anyway, so that was that. That Miss Dandy, I just can't take her. I can't take Dandy. But anyway, he goes, gets married to the twins, takes them and makes them marry him. They had the little thing, and then they were having dinner, you know, afterwards, and they're sitting there. And it was just a hot mess how they ended up going on. The twins ended up drugging him. They thought they knew what went on. They drugged him. And here, honey, said, we hired a new maid butler. Honey, it was Jimmy and Desiree, baby. They drugged him. And Bet shot his ass in the arm. And the other one told him, sit down. And she just said, sit down, Jimmy. They told him all they hated him, and this, that, thing, and the other. And they basically flash back to show how they actually got into the house, this, that, thing, and the other. And that's what he said, what's going on? And Desiree pulled her 3 titties out and told him, look familiar, honey. And all this. And told him, honey, they said, you're finally going to be a part of the show. And Desiree said, yeah, the goddamn star attraction. And then the twins said, nighty-night, Dandy. Baby, when he woke up, they had him in Harry Houdini's escape tank, and they were filling the bitch with water. Had him chained to the bottom. He was chained to the floor. They filled it up with water. They sat right there. He told, I just want to go home. This, that, thing, and the other. They told, oh, you're going home. Straight to hell. Baby, they filled the thing up with water and sat there eating popcorn and laughing, honey, and watched him drown. And Desiree said, that boy is a star. They just, when they get to killing folks, they just as crazy. They're nutballs. But anyway, so they forward to 1960. Elsa's totally unhappy. Totally unhappy. She has everything she wanted, but she's totally unhappy. And they're going on with her thing. They want her to perform on Halloween. You know freaks do not perform on Halloween. So she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. She ended up meeting with Massimo. Massimo actually came there. And he ends up telling her, she's trying to get him to run away. She's like, let's just run away together. You know, this, that, thing, and the other. She's telling him how unhappy she is. He told her, you know, he was actually dying. He didn't have but a few weeks to live. So that wasn't going to work. Her husband ended up bringing home the head of the network to talk to her. She was so damn drunk. And basically he came to tell her career was over because somebody found the snuff tapes and all that of her. And they're like, it's going to ruin me, you know. So she also found out that there was a private detective following her, and they found out everything about the camp and all of that. And that's the first that she heard, that everybody was dead. And she was just done. She was just absolutely done. And she said, you know what? I might as well go out with a bang. I'll perform on Halloween. Sure enough, she's singing. Oh, God, you know I can't stand her singing. That singing is just too much. She had this white suit on. Ridiculous. She looked nice with that damn song. And she was singing and carrying on. And Edward Mordrake came back for her ass, baby. Killed her ass. He did kill her. And then told her, your place is not with us. And left her. But basically, first thing she saw my girl, honey, Ma Petite. Walked up and said, welcome, Miss Elsa. Girl, and everything like that. It was a mess. And she basically, the thing was, everybody was there. Everybody who had died were actually there. And everybody had forgiven everything. Nobody was upset. She was still trying to figure out how she had to pay for her sins. And she basically kind of went to her version of heaven because she was back at the campground, back with the freak show. And it was a full house every night and everything like that. Nobody was holding the animosity because, again, what you realize is that Elsa finally got everything she wanted, but she was miserable in her life on the planet. She literally was miserable. So she was already paid up for the sins that she committed because she had a miserable life on Earth. So they kind of did a switch up and she's basically happy in death. So that was kind of, I was kind of mad about that, but baby, that blue eyeshadow was so fucked up and so goddamn horrible. But yeah, so that was it. I was kind of disappointed with how it ended. It just ended really abruptly, and you know, her get to go to heaven. I just didn't get that, but whatever. So that was it. It is what it is. We will wait and we will see what they actually come up with. They're going to have some time trying to duplicate what they have done this season, because I thought the season was fabulous. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me all season, and I appreciate it. And you can thumbs up and thumbs down. Again, I wasn't real crazy about this. This was like my least favorite episode. Even though y'all know I loved Edward Mordrake. Even though he came back, it just didn't save this episode for me. It was just too rush, and fuck Dandy. That motherfucker killed everybody. I was pissed. But anyway. All right, guys, until next time. See ya. Bye.